Hello, welcome to the Art of the Oracle. If you are new to my channel, my name is Virginia. Welcome. I hope you'll consider hitting that subscribe button so you receive daily readings. That's what I do mainly, is daily readings, Monday through Friday. And I just ask the oracles, the cards, to give me information to help us throughout our day. They are timeless readings, so whenever you come upon it is when it's relevant for you. I know that there's a lot of energetic firsts going on right now with planetary shifts and, that comet-like thing coming into our atmosphere. We have an eclipse coming up, and so it's always great to get a little additional information. I do know there's a lot of information out there, so please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I've decided to work with Chris-Anne. If you're familiar with the Light Seers Tarot, you'll find out so many people work with Chris-Anne's Light Seers. And I've decided to pair up her Sacred Creators with her Light Seers to give us a deeper dive into information. Now, I've used these before, but never just these two. Also, I was really drawn to a lot of kind of like quartz-like energy. This, it's feeling like we need some clarity. Also, I tapped in just before the reading, and what I heard is that there is light in the darkness. There is always light in the dark. And I was watching Robert Edward Grant yesterday, and he said something about that. And I am feeling that I don't know why I'm saying this, but perhaps if there is a time where we feel like we can't find the light, it's like we are the light, and there is always light within the darkness. Just because something appears to be dark does not mean that it's absence. There's an absence of light. So I know it sounds a little interesting, and I didn't realize it until I put the cards down, that we kind of have this dark and light theme going here. Because the Sacred Oracle is very bright, and then this one has a very dark footprint. So these cards have been really well worn, as you can see. I think most people who do work with her cards use them quite often. They are really beautifully put together with the images. So let's ask what we most need to see. And what is the information that we most need on this day. Now, this is the day, if you're catching it, on this Monday, we're still in this full moon phase. So I'm feeling really tired, but the full moon is a time to take a look at things and see what it is that is being shown or revealed to us. So thank you for the information. Okay, so these popped out in a little bit of a stack, and this one is something that is coming into being, right? It's being revealed. So I read the cards probably a little bit differently, as all of us do who read the cards. So this one is something that maybe we don't see yet, but there's an opportunity of coming together on some level with others. And this is the Pentacles, which is around things that you can create. And it's interesting because the energies that I'm getting here in this, and I've never really paid attention to this before, but we have this orange, red, and blue. And this is around the creative energy. The orange represents the sacral chakra, around the creative energy, and the red represents the root chakra, around being able to ground something in and feeling safe around your family, around your home, your day-to-day things. And this turquoise energy is representing more like your throat chakra. So it seems like in the middle between the getting things done and making sure that you're speaking your truth and getting clear information, there's a lot of air energy this year with with all the signs that have been. Gemini has been very prominent, but we have Aquarius right now that we're in. So I feel like what it's saying is that we have the energy to kind of ground in some of this information, and it's going to be around working with others and finding our tribe and being able to creatively find possibly a new way to do things, because this is something that I feel like is I feel like it's new, whatever it is that's coming in, either something that you're going to create or something that you're going to find that you need, and it's going to be a new opportunity. So we have the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords, to me, swords energy is around that communication. It's around our thoughts, the way we think about things, the way information comes into us, the way we speak our truth and information going out. And in the Six, you can see that she's kind of leaving something, right? She's in a boat, she's coming ashore, so she's been out to sea for a minute, and she's getting help coming into shore. So when I was seeing that this is something new, that's kind of what I'm seeing here. This could represent you needing to kind of let go and let others kind of help you in a situation, and being able to, because she's coming ashore, kind of ground in some of the ideas and things that you've been working at. She's got this red cloak around her, so that's what that is saying to me. She's coming to shore after being out, and maybe you've had a lot of ideas and things going on, and now it's time to kind of figure out what is real for you. What do you want to ground in? Or ground in? What do you want to manifest and come into your world, right? And what's interesting is that we have the Death card right next to it. Now, I'm seeing a lot of this red energy, and the Death card is no different. It shows all around the top of the head, right? This is a very unique Death card, and I think that it may be one of my favorites, right? Because the Death card typically shows like what you would consider the angel of death. He's death riding in on a horse, and you know, there's people laid waste on the ground and things like that. But death is nothing to be feared. It is a natural cycle within life. And when the Death card comes out, it's telling you that there's something that you need to let go of. And 1 and 3 equals 4. So it's asking you to let that go, and it's going to actually create the foundation of what is next, what is coming into your world. And it's interesting that it feels like, because it's coming after these two cards, right, in a progression where we see you kind of finding your tribe and moving towards land and letting go, is that you may be coming into something with a particular idea or thought or theme or something that you had planned on doing, which may or may not happen that way. It's not a bad card, but sometimes we get involved in this air energy in our head and our thinking and our thoughts, and we think this is the way it's supposed to be, this is how it's whatever. You put these things around it and create the box with which it's supposed to happen, which may or may not happen that way. I still think it's going to happen. Let's find the next card here. Yeah, so the Knight of Wands, to me, this is around a very creative, very exciting time. Knights are all about moving forward with something. And as you can see here, the Death card is in between this. You have this black horse here, which is all around the power and the energy of movement. And then you have this beautiful fire energy. This card, to me, represents something very personal on a level of this is the self card to me, representing the ability to do something and get it done. And because I feel like this Death card, see, like they're kind of all leaning towards the future. Again, a lot of this fiery orange energy is what's really coming forward. You have this orange and red together here. This could be an orangey red. We have a pinky red here. Anyway, there's a lot of fire energy coming in the midst of all of this. So we'll have to see, what does that really mean? What is this fire energy that's coming out in the middle of all this? So I think we're going to bring out this next to get some light in the middle of some things. Interesting that I started out because it felt like some things were kind of dark, and that the information that I got is that there's always light in the dark, right? And there's a spark of light right here in the middle of the death, and it's showing a new day and the opportunity for something when we let something go. And then there's a spark of light here in the middle of her drum. And the drum to me represents kind of like a heartbeat. It's our being, it's our self. So let's see for some clarification here. We're going to ask for clarification for each one of these cards. What about the Three of Pentacles? Can we get some clarification on the Three of Pentacles, please? I haven't had these cards out in a while. So, raw intention. Oh, I love that. That actually works very well to help us understand a little bit more about the Three of Pentacles. Yeah. So they're putting something together, right? There's something still not completed yet. So it's about moving, and this is 22, and 2s are about bringing and working with others into the creation of something. So what this tells me, again, we have this very earthy energy asking us to, what is our intention? How can we move forward working with others? And what about the Six of Swords, please? Can I get a little clarity, please, on the Six of Swords? It says, fall in love with your own story. Yeah, I love that. So sometimes when we've been out to sea and things have not been working out, it's hard to, when we're just getting back on land, it's hard to get our bearings. So it's asking us, this is 54, 9. So something, as I was saying, she's ending a long journey coming onto shore. And this 9 is adding to that, saying that, you know, something has just ended for you. It's coming forward. You're moving forward. It may be time to let go of things, get your bearings, fall in love with, you know, what's happening with you. Don't feel that sometimes things are, don't go into victim mode when things have been a little bit rocky. So 13, the Death and Rebirth card. It's interesting. We have 2 cards here. 15, which is this distraction of shiny things. Okay, that's interesting, along with the Sacred Mirror. It's asking you to take a look at the things that you've been attracted to, because there are some things that you need to really look at and why you're being attracted to them and what you can let go. That's this Death and Rebirth. So with the Death card, I'm reading it as it's coming here. Let go of some of the things that have been attracting you just because they're shiny and bright, is that they're a little bit deceiving. There's the Sacred Mirror, to me, would represent you being able to see things as they are and knowing that everything that you attract into your life is a representation of something about you. So the Knight of Wands, as we move forward, integrate your knowing. Wow. Okay. I love Chris Ann, and she really has this, you can, at least I can feel this beautiful integration of these 2 decks and how they're working together. So yeah, so as this wolf energy is showing here, as you're bringing everything forward, this is asking you to take a look at all these different aspects that are coming into being. I feel like it's a beautiful reading, and there's not much more that I need to say. It's just to integrate everything that we just talked about here in the reading. You may have to go back to it. I know I am, to take another look at it, to see how the cards unfolded to give us this beautiful message. But I do feel like there's a lot of beautiful energy moving forward. It's just that things, some things need to go. And some things may not be exactly how we've decided they should be. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I actually think it's a good thing. I'm very interested in what she's written here about this card 33. And Sacred Mirror. Wow. And the book opened up right to it. So there is additional information. So sacred mirrors are all around. We are connected to other souls on the planet, and every single interaction, no matter how great or how tiny, can carry a message or a meaning. Wow, I'm so glad I opened this up. Just as you can only really understand the concept of light when you've understood the concept of dark. Wow, it's kind of summing up what I was feeling in the beginning and what I was getting the message. so too can you understand who you are when you really begin to see others. That's very true. We only see others how we are. So if we're coming from wounded spaces or from judgment or things like that, we're not going to see the wholeness of others. We are sameness in others. We see difference. And they offer us a glimpse of our own true selves through their reflection. Look for a lesson in the coming days, a sacred mirror that will reflect and reverberate through your being and shed light on your truest form. Sometimes mirrors serve to teach us how unique we are because of the contrasting and opposite nature they unveil. When another person thinks differently, use it to help you understand your own mind. Sometimes mirrors serve to ignite something within us that we had long forgotten. What have the mirrors been showing you lately? And have you been acting on the information that they're sending your way? Find solution in sacred reflection. Oh, I love that. All right. Thank you so much. I apologize. It's a little bit long today. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And until tomorrow, have a beautiful day. Bye now.